Good evening, all of you. I welcome today's resource person, Dr. Choudhary and all the participants. Because of journey, I am unable to introduce her. I request you, ma'am, you can start the speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for this kind invitation. Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure indeed to welcome all the distinguished teachers, faculty members, and the educators who are joining us today. I hope you're all doing well and excited for today's session, like me. Today's webinar is on a very, very relevant and exciting theme, that is 21st century pedagogy, redefining teaching for a digital generation. Am I allowed to share my screen? Uh, I'll just share my screen. Uh, just a minute, yes. Just confirm if my screen is visible.
Yes, yes. Visible, madam.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. So, as I said, that today's webinar is on a very, very interesting and very relevant theme, that is 21st century pedagogy, which is redefining teaching for a digital generation. So, over the next few minutes, we will be exploring how education is changing the digital era. And we'll be looking to some of the 21st century skills in our students, and how we'll explore that how teaching has transformed in the digital era, from traditional chalk and talk to tech integrated learner centric methods.
Please, you move on to slideshow, madam. Slideshow.
Okay.
Now it is on.
Is it all right? Just a minute. I hope my slide is visible to everybody. Actually, this is a new laptop and.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Okay, okay. Thank you so very much for the confirmation. So, uh, uh, we just will begin by checking the changing landscape of education. Education is evolving rapidly in the 20th century. Ironically, we all are, I hope we do not have a very, very young teacher here who is below 25, because if we are in 2025, it is probably the youngest of the teacher would be 25 years, if we have any. So otherwise, each one of you must be born, I believe, in the year before 20, in the 20th century. So, assuming that, on that ground of assumption, I just wanted to convey that yes, education is evolving every day. It's evolving rapidly. In the 20th century, knowledge was limited to books, and knowledge was limited to the teachers. So we, like all those teachers who are here today, we were confined to books. Like if we had to take up to pursue some new knowledge, we had to run through the books, we had to run through our teachers. Today, students access endless information online. So our role is shifting. How? It's shifting from information providers to learning facilitators. we can say that we were information providers to an extent. Our job was confined to communicate the contents of the books through our lectures. I read a very interesting quotation, and that quotation said it was talking about the lecture method, because the traditional teachers, we are all dependent upon the lecture method mostly. So the lecture method, I read a very interesting quote which said that lecture method is the transferring of the information from the notes of the teacher to the notes of the student without passing through the minds of the either. That was such a sarcastic, of course, but hard hitting fact that the education, if we solely rely on the traditional method, it was simply teacher centered, it was rote learning. However, the 21st century learners, 21st century teaching education is learner centered, and more so, I call it learning centered. So, not teacher centered, not merely learner centered, but it is learning centered, skill based, tech driven, because education is evolving from knowledge delivery to meaningful learning experience. 21st century pedagogy isn't just about the new gadgets, it's about new mindsets. It values creativity over those memorization and the collaboration over isolation. So, technology is just a tool. Another very good quotation that I would keep on reiterating throughout this session is technology is like we saw that during the COVID period. Many of the traditional teachers, those teachers who were solely confined to uh, the traditional method of teaching, they were in a rush. They had to shift. They were in a rush to make a shift. But why only when it is a compulsion? That's a question. That when it was a compulsion, we had to because we had to learn the survival skills, we had to learn the sustainability skills. We all shifted, and all those thousands and thousands of ICT tools which we had never even heard about, but which were existing, we started using. Be it the school teachers, be it the college teachers, everybody started. So, what is 21st century pedagogy? 21st century pedagogy is about a new mindset which values creativity, which is not simply technology. I just said that another important quotation, that technology cannot replace a teacher. That is what probably we feel. Many a times we feel that, oh my God, this AI and this technology is taking a shift, and it is actually it may replace someday. It may replace so many jobs. It has already replaced so many jobs. But trust me, this teaching is something. Teachers are such a rare species that it would definitely be a very hard nut to crack, to be replaced with technology. And that quotation which said the technology cannot replace teachers, but technology in the hands of a teacher can be transformational. So the goal is developing adaptable and lifelong learners. Doesn't have to be Teaching doesn't have to be confined to be the classroom, within the four walls of the classroom. So, what are the main focuses? What are the main areas of focus uh, in the 21st century pedagogy? Focus on the four C's. With four C's, we mean the critical thinking, the communication, the collaboration, and the creativity. Okay, so for these four C's, can you just type in the chat box? If you are here, can you just type in the chat box that uh, what are some of those areas which you have already started to use? Be it critical thinking, the four C's are there. You can see the four C's: critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. What should be the focus? And what is the main focus area for you out of these four C's? Just write down. You can also write simply one, two, three, four. What out of these four in the chat box? I hope the chat box is opened uh, for everybody. Is the chat box open for everybody? Can just somebody confirm? Uh, Continuous chat is off. I can see this. Uh, okay. And if the chat box is off, then are the participants allowed? See, I feel that I shouldn't be talking to the wall. I want to make it a very interactive session so that, we can discuss and we can learn from each other's experiences that we have been uh, doing so far. So, okay. Yes. Yes. So this is a question. Yeah, so it's open for everybody now. So, out of the four skills, that is four areas of focus: critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. What do you think is the main focus area for you out of these four? Or maybe if you have to rank, if you have to give numbers to one, two, three, four, one being the most important and four being the least important. Can you just tell me what is the most important and what is the least important? Quickly, I give you 1 minute of time. Let me check my timer. I'll give you 1 minute, and within the 1 minute of time, can you please share? I also want to learn from you. I also want to learn from each one of you that what are your focus areas and how do you differ from every each one of us have our own unique style of teaching. We all are born in 20th century, most of us, with all due respect to the freshers. I believe the freshers who joined and who are born in 20th century, if they are, I doubt that we have any 21st century teachers. I know we are all dealing with the 21st century learners. So can you just tell me that which is the main area of focus when we are discussing about this these critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity? Anybody? You can also unmute and speak out if you want. Okay, nobody is. So, like, we have to, we are trying to bring out some of these areas which we like. Yeah.
AI and robotics.
Okay, AI and robotics. So, I hope that you are someone from computer science, or is it so? So?
Defense studies and history.
Okay, you are from defense studies historian. Okay, so you have been using these things. My question is that what are, as per 21st century pedagogy, there are four areas of focus which is mentioned in the on the screen. If you can see the screen, I want to know that which area do you feel uh, is the most important area out of these, like see, you can, I'll just pin it again. Critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. Each one of these are quite important areas of focus. Communication. Now, something I just told that it's it's not about just new gadgets. 21st century pedagogy is not confined to your iPhones, your computers, your everyday changing devices. No, it's not about that. It's about new mindset. Why? Because it values creativity. It takes you beyond memorization, and it takes you to collaboration instead of isolation. Teachers and learners, the outcome of their interaction should be learning indeed. And technology should act as a tool to develop an instinct in our learners to be a lifelong learner. Today, we purchase a mobile. Today morning we purchased that mobile, and within no time, during the evening hours, it asks for an update. Why? Why is it asking? We just brought it because things are changing so fast. In the same way, the 20th century teachers have to be updated so that they meet the requirement of the 21st century learners. Why? Because we are dealing with the digital generation. We are dealing with this. So, this 21st century pedagogy has to focus on critical thinking, communication, like more of it shouldn't be, I mean, it should be uh, communication. If we talk about communication, it has to begin, of course, with the person who has thought of encoding a message, and it comes through some proper channel to the learners, and these learners decode. How will they decode? When we have chosen an effective medium, appropriate medium, then only the learners can decode it. Collaboration means, instead of nowadays, there was a strict bifurcation initially, but nowadays, even we are in the age of multidisciplinary. Even in research and all, multidisciplinary domains have started to replace those strict compartmentalizations. And creativity knows no boundaries. It can go. 21st century pedagogy will demand to integrate technology and real world problem solving. Because today, like we started the session, that we were not blessed with Google Baba. Today, if we have a problem, our learners suppose have a problem, they just have one simple mantra, Google Sharanam Gashami. But our generation was not blessed with that. So, because today's generation has so much of access to information, and we have to sustain, we have to protect our role. We have to protect our role, and that role is now shifting. It's taking a paradigm shift from what? Paradigm shift from just a teacher, from just a teacher who is going to deliver a speech, to somebody who is a facilitator. Then only we can, so we have to understand that how the landscape of education itself has changed over time. The landscape has changed. That's why we have to be updated with the 21st century pedagogy, so that de- meeting with the requirements of our learners, empathizing with our learners, and getting up to their expectations. We have to shift. We have to take new roles. Why? Because we have to deal with the digital generation. Now, the digital generation, who are our learners? The digital natives who learn through visuals, who learn through interactivity, who learn through social media, who prefers instant feedback, experiential learning, who expect the technology to be a part of their learning process. So, when we talk about the digital generation, our students, they are the digital natives. They have grown up with smartphones. They have grown up with YouTube tutorials. Their attention, this is a research proven fact, that even their attention is something which is very short lived. What do they expect? They expect the quick access to knowledge. They expect the interactive learning. Now, why do you want a student to come and sit and spend maybe 1 hour? What is the duration of your classes? What is the duration of your classroom? I guess it's not less than 50 minutes. So if you are teaching your students for continuously 50 minutes, do you expect now these learners who are so much exposed to the YouTube tutorials, these learners who expect the quick access, these learners who have gotten access to the knowledge and interactive learning tools, whose concentration has been badly impacted. Now we have to understand their preferences. And if we understand their preferences, trust me, my dear teachers, your students will sit in your classroom for a longer duration of time, not only for a longer duration of time. I'm not only talking about the quantity, but the quality of your lecture would also be enhanced to another level. But do we need to do? We need to empathize with them. Just think of a classroom where the teacher was simply a sage on the stage, a teacher who was a preacher, in fact. Do you really want to sit in such classroom? Your answer would be no. Then how do you expect your students to sit in your classroom just because you have some information to share? And that also when they already have this with Wi-Fi, with hotspot, with internet connectivity coming all free of cost to unlimited internet connectivity. Why do you expect them to sit in with a undivided attention? They won't. So what we have to do, we need to learn to design our lessons better. We need to understand their preferences. And that's why I said that not the classrooms, today's 21st century classrooms should not be teacher centric, should not be learner centric, it should be learning centric. The moment, see, you remember the days of Gurukula, the old Gurukula, when the students used to go to the houses, to the hearts of the teachers, gurus, and the students were compelled to sit there. They didn't only sought lessons, they also had to learn so many other things. They need to do, begging, they used to do cooking, everything. They need to offer services to their gurus and guru matas, and still they were spending so much of time. And today we are with so many things, with so many big degrees, PhD, DLit, postdoc, and this and that, and still the students are not able to retain their interest in our classroom. Where is the problem? Do we straight away blame the technology? No. The blame, if anybody else has to be blamed, it is we teachers. Because with time, we have not spent time to update ourselves. We need to, we need to update so that their expectations meet our delivery in the classroom. So we have to learn, we have to know that who is this digital generation, who are our learners, and what do they want, what visuals will be relevant, what interactivity will be relevant, what social media, what videos, what audios will be something which gives them uh, an add-on to what they could not find through Google Baba. You need to learn more from with Google Baba. One thing that you specialize is you are blessed with empathy. You are blessed with the uh, you have a direct connect. Google Baba may not connect to yours to the students, but yes, you can connect. When a child comes to your class, and when he is upset, when your child is sitting in front of you, you can straight away go and ask, what happened? Every day you were very participative in the classroom. What happened to you, my child, today? And the child, if he is connected to you, he'll come and say, do you think that Google Baba can do that connect? No. So we are blessed. Don't ever think that teachers can be replaced with technology. But yes, if we update ourselves, if you teachers update ourselves with the new recent trends of all those information and communication technology, all those ICT tools, I'm sure that you will be able to sail through this. So, what is the new role? New role of the teachers. I love this phrase, sage on the stage. I still remember my teachers. I don't say that each one of them was, quite boring. No, many of them were really interesting. They were all quite ahead of their time. I was in class 6 when computers was, introduced in our school. It was class 6. That time, we didn't know, even there was computers, but we didn't know much about it. Even our teachers, I doubt that they were so much open towards learning. So everything was in an experimental way. So even the practical things were taught in a theoretical approach. So our role has to be shifted. It has to shift from a sage on the stage to the guide by the side. So, what has our role become now? It has become the role of a facilitator. It has become a role of an innovator, a mentor, a designer, an evaluator. So, the teachers have to now design the learning experiences, and they need to inspire curiosity. Curiosity. What happened to Newton? How was Newton's law how did it come into existence? It was just an apple falling down. Remember? An apple falling down when he had a curiosity. It was just a curiosity. And I strongly believe, my dear teachers, that curiosity is the mother of all the innovations. How can even innovation exist without curiosity? We first become curious. Think of those chapters which were taught to us in the social sciences when we learned that our ancestors, they didn't even know that they didn't know to cook, and they used to uh, eat those meats all raw. And then one day, accidentally, they had tasted that one piece of meat fallen down in the fire, and it got roasted, and it tasted so yumlicious that since then, this they started cooking. So in this digital age, the teachers are not just lecturers. You professors, you lecturers, you are not just lecturers. You are a facilitators, you are a designer of the experiences. So what we do? all those content which is available there on the internet. Okay, go and curate that. Absolutely all right if you can curate and that content. And then guide the students through inquiry, inspire curiosity. Don't just, instead of telling them what you want to tell them, try to elicit from them and then ask their style. I still remember in one of the classes, I don't know if there are professors of English language also here. I don't know, I'm not sure. Do we have anybody who teaches English literature to graduation or post graduation students? Do we have anybody in the session today? Anybody? Yes, no, you can write in the chat box. Yes, no, I don't know. I'm feeling as if I'm talking to the. Um just let's make it a little bit more interactive. Any English teacher? Principal, sir, do we have any English teacher in this class? Am I even audible? Any English teacher we have? No? Yes? Anything? Okay, so I guess most of you are either science background teachers or I don't know, but okay, fine. So I still remember the teaching Canterbury Tales. That is one of the poetry. So I was teaching them, and in that there were 28 pilgrims who go. Well, it's way back medieval English. They all were representatives of different class of the medieval time. And in my classroom, I was teaching the BA English literature students. In my classroom, I asked them, there were different types. So I asked them that, see, there are all these representations are from the medieval time. Today, if you are Chaucer, suppose if you are Chaucer, then what one more character would you like to introduce to this character list? There were 28 different characters. And I was really impressed with one of the student who came and who says that, ma'am, I would like to coin. Just give me 1 minute, 1 minute. She said me, there was a girl who said me that I believe that I would be coining a new character that is delivery boy. And it was really, I mean, it touched my heart and head both. That yes, so we have to be curious. We have to insist inquiry. We have to inspire curiosity. So uh, how do we do that? So integrating technology in teaching, we can there are different tools. I'm sure you must be using these tools, that is Google Classroom, through which we are right now connected. So you must have done. There is Kahoot. If you have not used, we can use it at the end. Just let me know if you have not used it. I'll show you a demo also if you want. But uh, it's really very interesting. And there are similar tools, Padlet, Canva, Mentimeter, different, huge number. So technology enhances your engagement and personalization. I know you when I, when I used, I'll be very honest, I also used Kahoot only uh, um, during the this COVID period only. I used that. So I really enjoyed using that. I said, "Oh wow, this is such a wonderful tool," because one reason was that we had to take up classes in online mode. Now retention of the interest in the online. See, you are all professors teaching in different colleges. If I'm not wrong, but still you are very reluctant in coming up and in participating. So you just see you must have uh, experienced this during your sessions in online sessions as well, that students are quite reluctant. They don't want to participate until and unless they're forced to, or else they have some incentive to get incentive. I know it's not a monetary incentive, but for them, some marks, some appreciation, some praises, that is. So these are some brilliant, super brilliant tools which makes the classroom very engaging, very fun. Assessments are so easy and so personalized that you will yourself see that, oh wow, I can understand now each one of my students. I can assess these students. So I will definitely, if you, I'm sure you have used those. So technology will make your learning very interactive, very personalized, and these platforms, these quizzes, these polls, these padlets, they will enable a lot of collaboration in your classroom. And even in this Google Classroom, you can use that. So now, what is the goal here? The goal is to enhance. It's not to replace, it is to enhance. If there are some teachers who have taught in school also here, you remember those CCE. Oh my God, that monster for many. But did we actually get to apply that CCE in its true word and spirit? If we would have done that, I am sure it could have continued. But unfortunately, continuous and comprehensive evaluation could not continue. Why? I strongly feel because we couldn't understand the crux, the very essence, the spirit of it with which it was to be. So here the goal is to enhance, it is not to replace. Now, the moment you enhance, the moment you become personalized, like when you take the name of one of your student in the classroom. Okay, come on. So tell me, Shreyash, how is this? Now you get the attention of that. Why that student in your class? That's the simplest example. Why? Because he feels that, I don't know whether out of the peer pressure, but what, he feels that, oh, my name is being taken, so I have to be very much careful that I answer and address to the question of my professors very carefully. So they start speaking. But you, like in a classroom, what is the size of your classroom? I hope it is not less than 40 students. Minimum 40 students are there in the classroom. Sometimes it goes to 60 also. So uh, in an offline class, I believe that it is really very challenging for us to give up personal and individual attention to all those 40 students. So even if you give only 1 minute, 40 minutes to each student, 40 minutes are over. So how will you be able to give 1 minute even? You cannot, because you have that huge syllabus, that pressure, the pressure of the internal assessment, the external assessment, continuous evaluation that keeps on going, and a lot many. Today's teachers are doing much more than they were already doing earlier. So this has to this has to uh, enhance the engagement, and it has to be personalized. Now, the moment you personalize, you will become their favorite teacher for sure. So the pedagogical models for the digital era can be a flipped classroom. It's a myth that you only, okay, now when there was COVID, every teacher shifted from the offline classroom to online classroom. Now they didn't know, they were clueless. I've seen in many good universities, the teachers actually did not know that how to teach in online mode because they had never tried. But once it was made compulsory, they all started learning through tutorials, through FDPs, and what not. Because as a teacher, those who are true teachers, they keep on learning throughout their life. So they started learning. But now COVID is gone, we again shifted. Now we don't feel that there's any requirement for the smart boards. I'm sure that in your area also the blackboards have been replaced with the smart boards. So the smart boards have replaced those old blackboards. Have we also replaced our old model to a smart model? There are different models which can be used. That is the flipped classroom. Learn theory at home and practice in class. This is what the foreign universities are doing. They have been doing it from quite many years. They don't feel that in the classroom it's a line by line explanation. No, go. The day one, only on the orientation day, the teacher is also given the syllabus, the student is also given the syllabus, and you go and you just study and you come prepared. The classroom should be the Kurukshetra. The classroom should be your war. That real war should start from there, and then you should start, interacting with your students so that you can actually enhance curiosity. You can actually enhance the learning. You can trigger their curiosity. You can inspire their learning, and you can, at the same time, you can also gauge their progress. So, flipped classroom, blended learning, project based learning means flipped classroom, that is, ask them to learn whatever theoretical things are there, you learn at home. Within the classroom, it should be simply a practice. The blended learning, that means mix of the online and the face to face. Sometimes there's so many nowadays, so many platforms which you can use only for mix of for so like, because the today learning, like I am sure your class, your university must be using this LMS, the learning management system. There what happens, the learning goes beyond the classroom. You can fix up a type, and in, like, although I'm sure that through WhatsApp and all you must be doing that, but through LMS it becomes so easy to keep on and keep tracking the progress, and also not only the learning, the assessment also becomes. And also project based learning and the real world applications. I am really sorry, I was very bad at maths. I'm really sorry, but I have to mention that the till date I don't know that why was I taught sine theta cos theta. Where is the application? I don't know that. I remember the English teachers teaching, suppose they were teaching tenses, and then they gave some examples, which was absolutely, I was not able to connect. Many of the things I started learning when I started teaching. So what happens? We as a teacher are not able to present the correct real world application. Why? And that's why case based methods, why is it becoming so much in foreign universities? Case based methods are being taken up right from MBO. It's called MBO, management by objective, you remember. Now the problem, these students, they are 20, remember, they're 21st century learners. So your students, they actually want to face challenges. They will love if you throw challenges in their classroom. So we need to give them real world applications. When we are teaching a class in a topic in the classroom, you have to tell them, let's see how is it applicable in the real world, beta. Where is it going to be of help to you in the real world? They just learn, and rote learning happens. They mug up the theory, they learn the theories, and they vomit it on the answer sheet. That's all. Where is the learning? So how can the outcome be ensured when we are not working on our objective and methodology? We need to work upon our objective and our methodology. To build upon these 21st century skills, we have to learn to help our students grow as a problem solver. Problems. Come on. Try to be a part of the solution. Don't be a part. If you do not have a solution, then you yourself are a problem. Trust me. You should be a solution giver, because I have strongly believed that those who know about the problem, they know brilliantly about the solution. What is the solution? So teach them to be problem solver. Teach them to have emotional intelligence. Gone are the days when our focus was simply on the IQ. Today, we have to build upon their emotional intelligence as well, and make them global aware. We have to prepare students for jobs which have not even come into existence right now. There are different jobs which are, and they don't know. They are not aware that there are so many jobs. Many of the students do not actually, appear for the interviews of the jobs which I train these air traffic controllers. And I'm a trainer with Airport Authority of India. And there what happens, that these ATCs and the pilots, I train them for for the communication between the pilot and the air traffic controllers. Now, after I train them, then I have to rate them. Like they need to exhibit their English language proficiency. Then only they can use their license. So see what happens. I have asked them this question, that before you came to Airport Authority of India, were you aware about this job? Trust me, my dear teachers, 90% of the air traffic controllers have answered that no, ma'am, I was not aware that any such job even exists. ATCs, the air traffic controllers, they don't know. Pilot, everybody knows. The crew members, everybody knows that, but they don't know that what makes this flight going. Such an integral and indispensable part of the flight. But they were not aware. Many of them didn't know. And then they said that all of a sudden somebody from Airport Authority of India told me that there is a vacancy, and then he asked me to apply, and then so I was really surprised and amazed. So we have to prepare students for jobs which are there. We have to prepare students for jobs which are not there. That means I want to tell you that we have to make them future ready. That means we have to build upon adaptable skills, critical thinking, empathy, global citizenship, along with the digital literacy that we are doing. So, the modern pedagogy has to promote active learning. The flipped classroom can give the students control over the pace, while the project based learning helps them apply the concepts to the real world situations. So technology can make learning interactive, very platform, very personalized. And there was a school in Delhi which which uses augmented reality, AR, to teach the solar system. Now the students, what they do, they walk, they walk around the planets. See, the students, even like when I was teaching, I started my teaching journey from a school only. So I remember that I was teaching them solar system, and none of them learned. And then one fine day, I just told them, I just sang a song for them. Nine children of the sun, planets they are called. They form the solar system, moon and star and all. Mercury is the hottest one. Venus, the shining star. Earth is the planet we live on. The fourth one is called Mars. Now, such beautifully, the song includes all the names of the planets, and all my students learned this, all the names of the planet, for which earlier I had to struggle a lot. Now this one change in my teaching method changed the entire scenario, and my students, they started dancing and singing and then learning, and everything was there on their fingertip and on the tip of their mouth. Now anybody ask them, so do you know the names of all the planets of the solar system? They used to sing, oh yes, I know. Nine children of the sun, planets they are called. They form the solar system, moons and stars and all. So this small change can uh, make such a big difference in the learning. That's why I say that not teacher centric, not learner centric. We have to make our students lifelong learners, lifelong, and we ourselves have to be lifelong learners. So, continuous innovation and adaptability. The best teachers are those who will always keep on learning, my dear brilliant teachers coming from different parts of the country. Trust me that this is those who keep on learning. We all learn, we all have evolved. Remember your first day when you went as a chalk and talk method when you started being a teacher. Are you the same teacher today? No. No, you all have evolved out of the time. So, if you want to be a successful 21st century teacher, let us start to magnify the meaning, to revamp the role, to elevate the experience, to teach the technology, to amplify agency, and to burst the barriers. With these fine words, I come to the end of this session. I hope that you all have enjoyed this session and you all have found this session a little bit informative and helpful for you. We come to the end of this session. So, we discussed how 21st century pedagogy focuses on the creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking. It should be supported by the technology and learner centered approaches. We have to focus on inspiring and encouraging. So, as educators, our greatest strength lies in our ability to adapt and keep learning. And the digital generation needs not just teachers, but mentors, the facilitators who can be the guide by their side instead of the uh, sage on the stage. So, thank you all for your participation, your dedication to professional growth. Your presence today in this online session on a Sunday evening itself is a mark, is a representation that you are really willing to improve yourself, be better, improve. I don't know if I'm using a wrong word, but being better than your best. So yes, if this dedication remains to be there for your professional growth, your students will definitely be the future ready student. So let us continue to explore, innovate, and inspire. And on behalf of this organizing team, thank you once again for joining this webinar on the 21st century pedagogy, redefining teaching for a digital generation. Have a wonderful teaching and learning experience ahead. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. If you want to ask any question, you can definitely ask. I can be here for as long as you want me to be there. If you have any question, don't let me go without any question. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Our participants are requested to unmute themselves and they can discuss today's topic. It's very important for all teachers. You have delivered very perfectly, nicely. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so very much for your kind words, sir. Anybody who has any question can unmute. If you don't want to unmute, you can simply write in the chat box. I can take your questions. So see, like today I'm dealing with the teachers of colleges. I guess they're all different colleges or only one college, sir? Yes,
These
Dr.
are
Rajshri.
from all over Maharashtra and India, and few from abroad also. They are in the group.
Okay, so from all over India we have, mostly from all over Maharashtra
Yeah.
and all over. Oh,
All
that's
over
really great.
India. Maharashtra is not major, but out of Maharashtra are major.
Out of Maharashtra.
Major out of Maharashtra.
Acha, maximum majority is from outside Maharashtra also. Okay, that's really great to know. Yeah.
Hello.
Dr. Rajshri, you want to ask a question? I can see
हेलो
your
मैम
hand. Yes, Dr.
सुन
Rajshri.
मैडम आपने बहुत सारे टूल्स के बारे में बताया तो उनमें से कुछ ऐसे टूल आप बता पाएंगे कि जो मुझे प्रैक्टिकली ही आप उसको कि हम कैसे उसका यूज कर सके कि
बिल्कुल,
समझ लीजिए
बिल्कुल।
ऑनलाइन
बिल्कुल।
प्लेटफॉर्म है जैसे कि कैनवा का यूज हम कैसे कर सकते हैं
बिल्कुल it's see machine somebody rightly said कि it's a technology is a very good servant and a bad master. So definitely Canva or Kahoot, anything you can use. So first thing that you need to do is you have to make your account. I am not sure if everybody is comfortable because it is teachers from all over India. That's why I am keeping it only in English. If there are teachers who can understand Hindi. Everybody can understand Hindi. I can switch to Hindi. But I am sure everybody can understand English, because we have people from South India also who may not understand Hindi. That's why I'm asking this question. Everybody can understand Hindi? So,
Yes, yes,
Dr.
yes, ma'am.
Rajeshri, you want me to answer this in Hindi or English?
English, Hindi, both.
Any, okay. So then I thank you so much, Dr. Rajshri. Then I'll continue in Hindi, because there are many a times I have seen that the teachers from different parts, they don't know Hindi, they are not able to understand in Hindi. That's why I'll continue in Hindi. So what you have to do, you just first of all you download that app, whatever, and then you have to make your this you have to make your account out of it. Okay, that is how you deal with any of this. Just to see, so you can in fact do a hands-on Kahoot. Let's go to Kahoot. If you can just go to Kahoot.it. Now once you go there, wait, I'll just show you. I'll check it, although it's a different device. My laptop actually turned defective, but still I'll just try to show you that how it is used. Kahoot.com. So you can go to Kahoot.com, and I'll just share my screen. Wait, is my screen visible to you? Is my screen visible?
No, 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 no.
No. Okay, wait. See, I hope it is visible now. Is the screen visible now? Please confirm if I am audible and the screen is visible.
Yeah, audible, madam.
Okay. Now, see, first thing that you have to do, of course, is you have to make an account and then you have to log in. So, I don't know through this laptop if I'll be able to join with my account or not. Let me check if I am. No, I don't think. But okay, no worries. I'll just show you the demo I'll give you. See, here in the right, sorry, in the left hand side, you have discover. Can you see this? Discover. Discover. Now discover the best content. So if you discover this content, now whatever you want, like whatever you want to discover, you can just discover. For example, let's see, just I'll just check whatever free resources for doing this. Okay. And here what you can do, because this I haven't like joined through this, so you first need to make up the make a lesson, and then you can even create your own. You can create your own lesson, and then you can assign. This is a game kind of thing, like the students, they learn gaming. So in the same way, you can discover this, any topic you can discover, and then uh, you can present that, and you can just like, see, this screen will come to them. So here this a game pin will be generated. Now this pin, when your students will put it here, then it will be they will be having access to your this to your questions, whatever questions are there. And then wait, let me create that. You have time, no? You're not. Just a minute. If I am. Wait. I have a. Actually, in my other laptop, everything is already signed in, and so I don't have to. But today I have to check through it. No, it is actually taking the password. It's not taking this password. But anyways, I'll just tell you, I'll give you a demo without signing in. Uh, See here, so the screen becomes visible, and then you can actually present to the students. You can assign to them a link will generate, and through that link, you can assign that link to your students, or the pin will also be there. You just share that pin, and your students will only enter through that link or through that pin. So they for them it is kahoot.it, for you it is kahoot.com. Now the moment they enter, their name will be visible in your account, and then you can see that how many, like suppose there are 25 questions, so how many questions they have done correctly, how many questions they have done wrongly, also who is the top 10 performer. Everybody is not only top 10, all the 40 students, what are they doing, what everything is visible on your screen, that how many wrong answers, how many. So you have a control as a teacher, you have a control over all the 40 students, and they get to know now what makes them engaged, because it's like a game for them. Although it is content, is you can customize the content is something related to your topic, uh, but they enjoy the method, they are enjoying, because for them it is a game type. And at the end you can appreciate them for their this if you want, later I can just share this the steps of this. Otherwise I've explained only. Just to sign up for free here, like as a teacher you have to sign, and it's all free. So you have to make sure that whether you are a school teacher, whether you are a higher education teacher, who you are. So if it is higher education, then you have to continue, you can continue with your email. So your email, for example, this I have put in. Now it will say, I'm sure that it will say that this email ID is already there, but wait. So here you will first sign up, and once you sign up, then you will have a whole lot of, yeah, just explore. It's all about exploring. So explore this and then check. If you have any problem, just write me an email. I will, for today, what I can do, I can share my email ID on the chat box. Don't feel hesitant in sending me a mail with your queries. I will simply write my answer, and you will be able to do that in no time. It's very, and in fact, the machine teaches you your itself also. So it will keep on taking you to different, different uh, things. What is to be done? So first thing that you should be doing, that make Mentimeter, Slido, all these are there, quizzes. There are so many, huge number of things are there that you start using, and it will teach you itself. Making some new posters, Canva you can use for making the posters and then explaining it to the students. Because there are three types of learners in the classroom: auditory learners, visual learners, and the kinesthetic learners. Now if you adopt a same technology, same method for all the types of learners, only a few learners will understand. The rest of them will be deprived of the information that you want to share with them. So you have to have the content and the study material meeting the needs of all the different types of. So the auditory learners will listen and they learn. You don't have to do much about them. The visual learners will see and then they will learn, and the kinesthetic learner, they learn best by learning by doing. So when they do it, they will learn it. So these ICT tools will help you make them learning by doing. So, and you will yourself in the examination and in the answer sheet, you will see your students will actually surprise you. Any more question? Am I clear, Doctor? Who asked the question? Dr. Rajshri? Dr. Rajshri, was I able to convince and convey what I wanted to? Dr. Rajshri is there? Dr. Rajshri? I guess she is disconnected.
I will share this YouTube link in group. They will again watch and clarify their doubts. No problem.
Oh, that would be really great, sir. Thank you so much.
And if anyone want to discuss with our resource person, madam, you can discuss. group feedback link is available in the group. Kindly fill the feedback the participants so they can receive their certificate.
Very nice presentation, madam. Thank you for this session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you to you, ma'am. Thank you participants who are all the teachers.
So shall I take your leave, sir?
To all, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So am I allowed to leave now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Link is available in the group. All the participants, those who are present here now, they can fill the feedback link in the group.